that's good. That's pure. Oh my God. Oh my God. When I say in Vietnam, oh my God. I use this garbage bag. Oh my God. I can't say the way he says it. Nunca. I can't even say it the way he says it. And this has nothing on it. No, because you want to claw it. Can I put it there? Oh my God. That's so good. Oh. And you had yours, man. You had yours, man. You looking at me all crazy? I'll give you some more, okay? I mean, try. Kibble. Oh my goodness. Oh. I got on my holy thrift store t-shirt. Damn, it's good. What you looking at, man? What? What you doing? Look how he backs up from it. He actually does a face like this. Mother sucker. Man, let me throw this. Because I used to eat it right now. All right, I'm gonna get some people. Hold on, here, Papa. Here. I forgot. I'm sorry, I forgot. All right. Twice a day, bro. That's it. Twice a day. All right. Twice a day, bro. What's up, Papa? Yeah, good boy. You like that water, right? It's better. Otherwise, too much charcoal in it. Even I felt like it was too much charcoal. That's not good on the That's not good on the on anything actually. Too much charcoal. I'm gonna put some garbage thing in there. Some garbage bag. I want to go downstairs. We got two of them right here. That's almost half full. So don't stick your head in it, all right? Be decent, will you? Put it in there in a minute. All right? I know you want to run over there. So it's a little brighter. Oh shit, that's too much. Too much. Don't go put your claws in it. Thank you. Don't look at me, man. picked up 4 more boxes. 50 rounds for $35. I get 5 or 10% off. So I'll be going to the range tomorrow. And Matt was hitting me up. When you coming out to the Hogan? You know, on the res, and because they do tactical shooting. So I wish some of you were here to go with me and do some tactical shooting practice. Anyway, let's give it a few more minutes. Let some people come in. I'm attempting to drink my cherry, blueberry, cassava, ganeo banana with about half a teaspoon of blue spirulina. It tastes chocolate like, y'all. Cassava and the spirulina, but I got on West White sweatpants and I think it's got a drip on it. I gotta wash it because it's got blue. It looks purple. Anyway, it's only a little bit. Leave the wires alone, Papa. The laser light is downstairs, buddy. So stop looking for it. You looked in the last time. That's why I'm not doing it. I don't want you looking at the laser. It messes your eyes up too. There you go, Papa. It's kind of cool. I actually had the AC on because it was 77 degrees, so I turned it on and got it down to 73 degrees. So I turned it off about 35 minutes ago. I made that up. I had my eucalyptus. I mean, not eucalyptus. I got eucalyptus. My sour soap tea. And you saw me just eat the TRU HERU, which was totally different. It was the same as the first one. One yesterday something was wrong. It wasn't right. So like I said, more people are watching over here. There's more people watching incognito. If they see somebody coming in here, they're coming. They said they're just going to run over and kick the door in. So I said, go right ahead. You know, some of them have relatives or police officers, and we don't play that here. And some of these Spanish people are really screwed up in the head. Not all. Some are family, but there are those, just like some melanated people. Just like melanated people who are sick, you know, mentally ill. You know, I follow this one guy on Instagram. I don't even know how he has a page, but he's showing stuff in prison. How many of y'all remember Ohio 2017 when those goofy correctional officers, racist, dumb, they gave the pale skin Ranky, you know, 8 months later he stabbed up with a whole bunch of other people, a correction officer. He was in there for a 2005 shooting. But anyway, he stabbed up like 4 of the inmates who were handcuffed to the table playing blackjack. Now, it should never been that way. But then you listen to the people who sit there, they follow procedures, blah, blah, blah. They gave the guy the key. They let him run around stabbing them. They all live. But the thing is, and it's only because a lot of melanated people don't know their truth. You know, you got to look at this is for you people. No, I'm not religious. I'm not really into the Bible because I know that it's been perverted. But in there, it tells you that the true Ishmaelites, their whole history and everything will be taken and stolen. Their wealth, which is a natural wealth, a given based on the heirs of the land, the earth, will be robbed away. And you don't have to believe it, but it's a reality. It's truth. And just to let you know, there are pale skins who know this. And they speak. You just won't see it because, well, who's in control of the media and everything else? Why would they want that to be out there? You know, they mess with you know why they mess with, this is how weak they are. They mess with my notifications and people who subscribe because I say the word Zionist. Oh, I can do that. I have Jewish uncles. And you call them Jewish and they'll kill you. They're Ashkenaz. I think it mixed with a few other things, but they're the ones that made sure I knew better, knew who I was. But besides, regardless of my great grandma, my great uncle, and my grandma, they made sure on that side I knew as well. You know, I sought them out and found them. But the thing is, most people, you know, won't see these things for what they are. Let me see something right quick. I did some chin-ups today, and it's like every time I do chin-ups, the middle of my chest gets this weird soreness. I'm going to read these 3 books. Anyway. What is that? Pages. Let me see. So, the 5G level up here is usually around 45, 50. Lately, it's been tapping off at 60, 65. Downstairs, it gets up 75 and a little higher. Okay, we can turn the music on. Because I'm just turning the whole thing off because it's at 404. Let me read this about the custodians, all right? Whether knowledge serves as a means to fulfill needs or as the originator of those very needs, custodians of knowledge continue to be indispensable figures. They navigate the complex interplay between the need for knowledge and the needs that knowledge itself can generate. What is the role of custodians of knowledge? The roles and responsibilities of custodians of knowledge in natural sciences include preserving and maintaining scientific collections, protecting scientific knowledge and its social benefits, ensuring equitable access to high-quality biospecimens. Listen to this. Knowledge and its social benefits, ensuring equitable access to high-quality biospecimens for research, promoting fair research access, and resolving issues. Hold on. No, we don't need you to tap me in. High-quality biospecimens. Let me read. The roles and responsibilities of custodians of knowledge in natural sciences include preserving and maintaining scientific collections, protecting scientific knowledge and its social benefits, ensuring equitable access to high-quality biospecimens for research, promoting fair research access, and resolving issues of control and conflicts in biospecimen-based research, endorsing responsible oversight of biospecimens, embracing collaborative practices, collaborate with who? Practices and operating principles, playing a crucial role in keeping electroweak observables within experimental limits, and producing and detecting custodians at the CERN, LHC, at the CERN, LHC. It doesn't go on from there. There's not more to read. Unless you want to get into sociology of scientific knowledge, accountability, okay, and pastoral care. Anyway, the custodians of knowledge in natural sciences have the responsibility to preserve and protect scientific collections which contain valuable information about nature and its social benefit. Who would have need to do that? Custodians, right, means collectors, right, of a sort. Interference, right, to have a better knowledge based upon your surroundings, per se. The roles and responsibilities of custodians of knowledge in natural sciences include being gatekeepers, fostering critical self-evaluation, and perpetuating ethical research practices. Oh, no. This is not no fake stuff, y'all. This is, no. This is not no fake stuff. The roles and responsibilities of custodians in natural sciences include overseeing the collection, storage, and dissemination of knowledge and ensuring ethical standards are upheld based upon them, not what they're doing. Even Oppenheimer was considered a custodian because he reverse engineered our old weapons to which we utilize to fight. Who are the most important figures in the field of knowledge management and science? Well, I can say it really might allude to 3 people. Let's go ahead like this. Knowledge management is a field that has been influenced by several important figures. Some of the key contributors include Henry Fayol, Michael Porter, and Peter Drucker. Chris Argyris, Donald Scone, Peter Sung, Ikujiro Nonaka, Hitoka Takichi, Thomas Davenport, Lawrence Pluzak, Varnia Ali, Earl Ericks Bebe, Carl Will, Robert Grant, Anthony Wensley, Allison Brunswick O'Sullivan, David J. Teese, J.C. Teese Spender, Peter Murray, Michael J. Earl, Ian A. Scott, Elaine Wenger, Nicholas Rowland, David Snowden, Bo Hedberg, Stephen H. Hackle, David Skirm, A. Andres, and D.W. Felliner. These individuals have made significant contributions to the understanding and development of knowledge management through their research theories and frameworks. Who are these? Betrayers. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the gods of Eden. The light's kind of low, right? Because I'm using my camping light, actually. And then I don't like pulling that big round light. I like the sun gaze. And that thing is disruptive to the visual cortex. This one has this little thing over it, so it's going to look like it's, you know what I mean? So it's in here. Hey, Marcus, Freedom Live. What's going on, beloved? Herbo. How y'all doing, beloveds? Rondo. Marcus, I got you. I appreciate you all stepping in. It's much respect. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into our reading, okay? Let me see if I make it a little lighter. Darn, maybe it'd be. Holy smack! I can't read like that. Let's keep it a little. We'll turn the TV light back on. I turned it off because I'm just not too big on the biorhythm of the internet with the 5G of the building. I'm just not big on it. I don't feel it like y'all, but I know its presence, and it's disruptive. Okay, we're going to get into the gods of Eden while William Bramley. Then we're going to go into the reptilians, and I'm going to show you the books. Reptilians in the History of Humankind, the Anunnaki, and that's by Henry Crane. You know there's another book I have by Henry Crane, but we're going to read that. And the 2 with Chris H. Hardy, we'll read that another time. Alien World Order, the Reptilian Plan to Divide and Conquer the Human Race, and Len Kaskin. Who are the only people who are dividing the so-called hue of the human race? The people who, during certain centuries, are married in to change the biography to make slaves. Anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get into this. For those who don't know, I'm not going to back up. You can go and look at my other videos and catch up to this if you want, if you choose to. I appreciate any new subscribers. I'm attempt to keep everything toned to a point where families and people can actually listen in. Even though I'm known to kind of break things down, I'm just going to start reading stuff, and then we can have a podcast where I decided this early on today where we can converse on some of these issues, and then not to be so intrepid, I can speak on some things I'm aware of. I choose to know things. Does it necessarily mean that everything is prophetic or correct? It's not about that. It's about accessing more knowledge to open your hemispheres, a better understanding of self, and to seek out what knowledge lays within your own equitable universe. For that's what you are. Okay, regardless of the pictures painted. Okay, so let's go ahead and get involved. The Gods of Eden by William Bramley. Snoop bought this for me. All right, let's go ahead and put this on here. I just thought I'd read that for you because I was surprised that nobody really looked into the custodians. I have a whole thing about 5 pages I was writing like as if I was in college, getting ready to give like some little dissertation, utilizing books and stuff as references or sources. And I says, I'm not going to do that because that some people might say, well, Red, that's a little heavy, bro. Baby steps, puzzle pieces, and that's a little, yeah, that's good. And that's what I need to stay with. Okay, so let's go ahead and get in here. Strong evidence in support of Manetho's statement is found in the early teachings of Judaism, which were deeply mystical and utilized many brotherhood symbols. Many of those mystical teachings are still taught today in the Jewish Kabbalah, to which we know that has nothing to do with the true Ishmaelites. A secret religious philosophy of Jewish rabbis, to which we had no rabbis. The Kabbalah contains, which we read in Arthur Koestler's 13 Tribe, and if anybody has a hard time understanding this, seriously, it broke down when they created these things that have nothing to do with the true Ishmaelites, the true Shemitic people. All right. So the Kabbalah continues to utilize a complex array of mystical symbols, not saying that these things aren't equitable or that we didn't utilize it, but we know that everything has been, how you say, perverted, you know, flipped upside down, inverted, inversion, you know what I'm saying? And reversed, all backwards. Excuse me. So anyway, Kabbalah continues to utilize a complex array of mystical symbols. Modern Israel's national logo, the six-pointed star of David, we broke that down, right? Has been a brotherhood symbol for thousands of years. No, it hasn't. This is what I like to do. You got to remember when you read, if you don't have knowledge of other things, how can you access a truth? I mean, other than speaking the same stuff that they put out there without doing actual research. Let me see if I have it in here. Because I know I read quite a bit on it. And I'm getting tabs up top all crazy again. Excuse me. Some of you already know what it's called. And you can share that with people in there. But let me pull it up because this is what needs to be done. Because you got to remember, they try to say, Romanized and hexagram. That's not what it is. Excuse me. I should have done this early on. Because I know that usually, in order to find the stuff that I showed before, they'll hide and lie. And that's what they do mostly with everything, even in conversations. So you can say the Star of Remphan if you want to. And we know that's pagan. Or the pentagram, which is well. But they'll say Megan David. It's everything is a throw off. I'm going to pull it up. And most people don't want to see it for what it is. They have perverted it in a form that is Druidium. That means that it is perverse. It is for those who believe in Satan and all that kind of stuff. It is not the Star of David. It's everywhere. It was all Phoenician. It's something they took and they created something that never meant something. If you get what I'm saying. That's why whenever I see people running around and holding on to what they have expressed or said, I don't know. I never really parley with these individuals who, especially when I see brothers in the so-called Hebrew movement wearing it. I'm like, wow, they really don't know what they're doing. Because they don't know how to clean it up. That's why I say it's important to study the the America's Theosophical Society and all those other things. And most people have a hard time acquiescing because they've been so deeply conditioned with a whole lot of nonsense. You know what I mean? Okay. It's not pulling up the information that I know. But you can say Megan David, or there's a number of things you can call it. Why is it not pulling it up? This is very comical. Okay. Oh. because I want you to see if it's in here. Excuse me. Well, I mean, y'all know about the Merkaba, right? And even that, based on the 2nd and 3rd century, to which it didn't even exist then. And if you want to believe this is 2023, that's fine. I'm not here to devalue what your belief is. I would prefer you seek knowledge of knowing, then you will awaken something else. But the Merkaba, the sacred geometry, they say, combines opposing energies in perfect balance, masculine and feminine, earth and cosmos. This union results in an activation of light and protection around your body. And see, that's what I'm saying. It has nothing to do with Zionism. It is a perversion. They've taken it and they perverted it, but they made you believe it belongs to somebody that represents something to which it never did. We never had no flag. We never used some fictional Star of David. And if you look up Druidian and David, and then you consecrate it to the truth of its natural order, you realize a lot more and see a lot more things for what it is. That's why I read the thing about custodians. What did they take from us? Everything. I remember I worked at Thomas Edison's building for 2 years. I met 2 of the living members who worked as children, as young, well, in their 20s. They were over in the hundreds. Who said, no, man, Einstein didn't invent nothing. He was taking everything from us. And they had all these people coming from overseas, these top hats and everything else, learning from us all the things that we had to build our great cities here. Okay? So what it is if you take that energy and you pervert it based on the chakras. Remember I was going through the 7 different ways to say Om, Ram, and all that, and Lam, and all those things. We used it for a different specificality. And I'm not surprised that most people in these certain movements, that's why we don't need a movement. That means you need toilet paper to wipe the movements up. But they don't get to these truths. And then when they do, they've got to exonerate themselves in a way that's fashionable to keep the hypocrisy and the lies moving forward, you know? So let's get back into reading, okay? I think that was enough. Early human writers often portrayed mankind's custodial gods as bloodthirsty creatures prone to excessive violence. Sadly, those lamentable qualities did not improve with Jehovah. Yahweh. And that's a perversion. During the trek from Egypt to the promised land, Jehovah demanded unflagging obedience from the Hebrews. There's no such thing as a Hebrew. That means the people of language. Many humans rebelled, and Jehovah reacted with extreme cruelty. Jehovah reportedly killed up to 14,000 Hebrews at a time for disobedience. He used a variety of killing methods, such as spreading diseases, just as other custodial gods had done earlier in Sumeria. When the Hebrew armies reached Canaan, Jehovah displayed a genuinely psychopathic bent to establish the Hebrews in their new, be careful of the terms I'm utilizing, homeland. Jehovah ordered the Hebrew armies to embark on a campaign of genocide to depopulate all of the region's existing cities and towns. Is that what you have not seen in the last 200 years? Under the new leadership of a man named Joshua, the first city to fall in Jehovah's 7-year Holocaust was Jericho. And then you remember Martin Downey Lawrence, well, you know, Jr., right? Iron Man. And here we have the weapon of all weapons, the Jericho. According to the Bible, and what does he get wounded? In his heart. And what does it use? Magnetism, right? To expel or repel, right? The flechettes from keep killing him. Anyway, according to the Bible, the Hebrew army, there's no such thing. Army, not saying not army, but even those terms are lucid, numbering in the tens of thousands, slaughtered everyone in Jericho except, ironically, a prostitute, because she had earlier betrayed her own people by helping 2 Hebrew spies. And as it says in Joshua chapter 6, verse 21, and they utterly destroyed all that was in the city, both man and woman, young and old, and ox and sheep and ass, with the edge of the sword. And after that was accomplished, they burnt the city with fire, and all that was therein, only the silver and the gold, and the vessels of brass and iron, they put into the treasury of the house of the Lord. Well, that goes on if you read 621 to 624. And then furthermore, the next target was Ai, a city with a population, Ai, pay attention, of 12,000. 12,000, pay attention, inhabitants. All the citizens of Ai were butchered, and the city was burned to the ground. This savagery was perpetrated city after city. So, in Joshua chapter 10, verse 40, it states, so Joshua killed all in the country of the hills and of the south and of the valleys, and of the springs and all their kings. He left none remaining, but utterly destroyed all that breed, as the Lord God of Israel commanded. We know that this is the fabrication. We know that it's a pure lie to have one look outside himself at a place distant when Egypt was right here. It was everywhere. It was a period in time. It's marked everywhere in every land. Okay? And who were the slaughterers? Who betrayed life? How did the kingdoms, what was the downfall? Who have asserted themselves on a false piety of kingship and leadership? Who have went around and raped and molested many women after the men fell, even if they did not take the sword to them, from the 6th century on up. We don't have to go that far. Okay? And as he has further perverted and changed the times sneakily. And if you don't believe that, then how they become landlords? How do we have 28 out of all the witchcraft, 30 all in positions of the military and everything on our soil? What is the relationship between the Jew and the Negro? One's the lie, one's the truth. Why is it that in y'all's Christian Bible and in the Torah, Ham, the second elder, right? Progenitor of the dark races, yet not the Negro. The smack in the face, yet Japhet. We already know that he is a progenitor of the melancholy of the lighter red. Doesn't mean red, but pale races. And a couple of negroid and a couple of melanated races. Yet you hear very little Shem except for one idiot who I talked about yesterday, who created the Shemitic ideology and terminology and Zionism in the 19 what? Remember yesterday? Why is it that nobody's speaking on these things? I'm not here to bash, because I said there are Hasidics who I know who asked me when I was growing up, you know who you are, right? And I was like, yeah. And they were happy and they were contentious with it. Like, good. When I was in Palestine, I was ferried off into this room on the 3rd floor with these carpets and everything around, with Muslims and Ashkenaz and other people sitting there. And they made sure, and I was by myself. You know who you are. And I was like, yeah, that's my land over there. But I know that we had people all around here. And they said, say no more. And we partied, man. Listen to me, y'all. That's why I don't argue with all these individuals who don't know who they are. They're a perversion upon themselves, and they really believe this is going to end the way it's been scripted. They really believe. To each his own. So anyway, let's go on to the next book. Let me highlight this, excuse me. Everything has a, you know what I mean? I always say, if you're going to read biblical text and this, that, and other, at least have a little knowledge to be able to break things down or ascertain something, or ask people, hey, could you help me research this right quick and see what you pull up? I have a few people that will pull up stuff and look at it and further look at even deeper. Snoo, Lloyd, there was quite a few. DJ, if he's in here. And I appreciate those individuals because they are exactly who they are, individuals. We are all individuals, but we must move as one. Okay, let's go. Let me just put that on top of Arthur Kessler. If you don't have it, get it and read it. I've read it about several times. It's amazing. And then on top of that, with Kiramil's books, you know, as far as the Jews and Muslims in British North America, it's not no British anything. And then the other one, you get the surnames, you get everything that I've learned long ago. And it's just a magnificent thing to have this. And it's nothing but pure love. You don't have to move with hate. It's unnecessary, even to set things straight. When I was learning to butcher chicken and stuff like that, wish I had never done it, but I know how to. It was never about hate. Removing the head and then watching it run around, young and arrogant, but we believed it was for sustenance in a time that was trying after Vietnam, you know. Remember, it ended around 1975, you know. I was in my, you know, about to be a teenager, you know. So we had a garden and we had chickens and all that and salted beef, pork, fish. We didn't use, even though we had 2-3 refrigerators and deep freezers, the meat we kept salted. There was a purpose. Salt doesn't raise your blood pressure, people. But that beet sugar and these chemicals, that's a whole different dynamic. If I'm wrong, say you're wrong, Red. I mean, I'm cool with it. It's all right. Six Boss, what's going on? What's up? Hey, we are woke. What's going on, beloved? So let's get into the reptilians in the history of humankind. The Anunnaki and by Henry Crane. Okay? If you want to purchase the book, you guys help me purchase this one. I'll show you that's Henry Crane. And you can see him as a custodian. Because there are a lot of things these people write they lie in order to put their information and get it out there. You dig? So we're at Enlil's Big Fraud. Yes, sir. When we were last reading, we were reading the pact of the reptilian beings, how the pact came to be. And that's also in the Anunnaki Wars and everything else. It's in a lot of books. Some of these reference certain books that we're reading and some older. Okay? And usually when you write stuff like that and print it, you need to verbatim, if you use something, you need to put that source of reference in the back and let it be known. And so I always look to see who is referencing who's utilizing what material, or to see, unless it's something orally passed on or somebody just studied and then went out another way and found other texts and scripts, so-called travel the world. But you got to remember, take this stuff not as myth and not with a grain of salt, but as a grain of rice. It's a little bigger. Okay? That means there's something there, but how do you perceive it? That's why I had to read Custodians. That's why I'm pointing out a certain group of individuals. You need to ascertain who utilized our incubators for war in our churches to remove them from us healing ourselves and our organs, who destroyed the bells, and for the bell tolls, or for the man, what is it? For the bell, I have it wrote down, for whom the bell tolls, excuse me. It means make them flee and run. Who remembers the story about Civil War, which was not a civil war, when certain people would ring the bells and certain groups would run? They would flee because of the bells. Dong, dong. What would make anybody run from that? Have you ever taken a tuning fork or bells and went besides iguanas and lizards and started ringing them? That's all I'll say. Let's go ahead and get in here and let's end Enlil's Big Fraud. When it was decided that the Earth would become a planet for testing the souls stuck in their evolution, this made the opportunity for the Reptilian Pact, in which the Draconians agreed to share the subtle energies of humankind with the Anunnaki. Obviously, the most benefited with this were the Draconians, since they only had to pick up the subtle energies, while the Usmagal Anunnaki had to contact the Lulu humans to collect these negative energies, for which Anu demanded the Draconians to let him manipulate humankind at their will without their intervention to maximize these negative energies, which would be shared between the two races. The Draconians accepted and let the Anunnaki manipulate humankind at their will because they had a hidden plan. And since the Igigi, for those who are deep into Japanese mysticism of the Hatat, the Anu people and the Hatat travelers from North America. You get the Igigi, kind of like a Jin, Zine, darkness. The Navajos use a word that's never was theirs. They mean it black. And that says, yes, death. Like the Anasase, which means our enemy. It's not even their languages, none of them. They were like, well, how do you know what that means? I was like, boy, y'all, these people don't know anything. Gray ones, right? The Igigi gray ones. Anyway, who had been cloned in the moon of Jupiter, had passed the test of resistance of density and were ready to tolerate the Earth's atmosphere. Now, with them, the Draconians could manipulate and study humans as they were very interested in how their feelings worked, something that very few extraterrestrial races had, and no one had at our level at all. Now, that makes us special in the universe because we are the only species able to express feelings at that level. So they started to send these gray ones in a flying saucer. That's what they call it, to begin with their mission. Now, this deal of letting the Anunnaki freely manipulate humankind was the best opportunity that Enlil would have had to carry out his plan of becoming the only god of Earth. So he told his plan to Anu. Now, Enlil wanted to expand his modified gospels now in the new continent so they would leave their polytheistic beliefs and be transformed into faithful followers of Yahweh. You see how they flipped everything around? They materialized things to look outside. Even in writings, these Pelicans who are like in William Cooper's, when he's talking about people who go and talk about UFOs, is that they're real, but they're agents of chaos to share disinformation, to have you look and believe something while at the same time bringing the conspiracy relevant to the theory and making the theory more prominent to this conspiracy, to which they're enacting upon everybody. Anyway, Anu vehemently opposed to that, as the negative energies had increased thanks to the sacrifices and the beliefs of the Mesoamerican civilizations. So he wanted to continue like that as well. In addition, Anu told Enlil that by spreading the modified gospels, many people would send their energies to Jesus as the son of Yahweh, and that would lower the uptake of energy. He suggested him to solve that problem before making any plan. Who remembers we talked about the fact of the X chromosome being capped? Certain chromosomes removed from certain individuals. This is medically known. I mean, you have the Chinese, 80% of them who have the ABC 1, 2, 3, whatever that damn gene's called, where they don't sweat. They don't get funky. At least not here. But their livers can get pretty damaged if they don't pay attention to their diets. Oh, y'all didn't know that? Well, I'm just alluding to that again. This is no hate. I've got Chinese cousins. I'm just saying something to bring a specificality in the front line so you can see some things. Down syndrome is not made by us, but it's also a disease. It's an affliction. You don't have to believe me. Have you been paying attention to the stillborn births and all the other births based on women and men with weak genome? Research their blood type. That's all I will say. Enlil, annoyed by his father's decision, knew deep down that he was right, because when putting together the story of Yahweh with the one of Jesus and passing him as his son, many people would start to believe in Yahweh, but they would also believe in Jesus, and the energy would be divided into two. And this was not convenient for the Anunnaki. I'm going to stop that there. The next part we'll get into will be pretty interesting, and that's why we need to get into the next one. Let me take some more of this stuff. drink some more of this stuff because I don't want to sit for long, people. I don't want to get no dots all over myself. That's kind of retarded. Yeah, okay. Put this right here. Just go on tablet. Do not step on the top. Where did he go? He was just right. He is like a little. I think he's a vampire cat. That wasn't giving me the sharp pain. I know I'll be doing them pull-ups and chin-ups, and it's just like the way I do it. It does have its toll. Anyway, alien world order, the reptilian plan to divide and conquer the human. What was it? Six Boss, what's up, beloved? Got you, Rhonda. Okay. So I saw some things popping up, and then they kept going away. Just want to make sure. Okay. Hey, Scott, what's going on, beloved? Okay, let me see. Yeah, you already know, Marcus. What's going on, beloved? I got you. I got all y'all. For sure. Mama Red, what's up, beloved? Herbo, got you. We are, oh, I already know. When did pale skins really exist? Were they always from the beginning? No, they weren't. I just really want to answer that, but no, they weren't. Wanda Robinson, what's up, Mama? What's going on, beloved? Pale face is different than the pale skins back then. Exactly. Very different. And many of them, like I said, for those who study, and I think people have probably looked it up and realized, holy smack, we birthed many in ourselves. But those ones were attacked because they were one with us. And they were lynched like the lynching tree right beside us, murdered right beside us. But you got Boule, you got the homosexuals like Quincy Jones with all them children's, the sick ones. He's like the W.E.B. Du Bois of today, just to let you know, right? Who would ascertain, even like Judge Joe Brown, he ain't no damn judge. The same thing, it's ego and it's not a unification. He's bilaterally, he persecuted our people. See, and when people start realizing this stuff, they start, analyzing and seeing things for what they are. And they're noticing the people like Valuetainment, he's a Iranian, supposedly Iranian. He's not even a true remnant of the real people of Iran. He's a crypto Jew or Sephardic. People don't know this, but I'm just only alluding to a fact. And even though he grew up here and served in the army, he's made his millions and doing what he's doing. Anybody could do that. I don't seek it. If you don't know these things, you can't address these things. And many of them believe that the money makes them. The fiat, which is worthless. And that is not the case. These rich bastards printing money out and they look at everything that's going on that they keep creating. You think they don't control the narrative? Show me they don't. Half you haven't left and went to the lands where people have land to start building. So tell me who's in control. See, when I go down to Rondo's and Jamil's, and it's going to be like one-way trip, really. That's what I'm setting up. You dig what I'm saying? It's like when we get there, it's a wrap. I don't want to be below sea level. I need to be above because things are going to happen. It's going to be clockwork. Now, I can't say no more because there's other things that's got to happen because they can't be known because I won't be having no cell phone, no tablets and all that crap. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of radios and I know the contact and this, that, and other. And I also know plenty of people everywhere I go. But anyway, we're going to get to Alien World Order. Everything's good. Hey, I'm Baby Slaughter. What's up, Mama? What's going on, beloved? Anyway, let's go ahead and get into Alien World Order, Reptilian Plan to divide and conquer the human race. Len Kaskin. Excuse me. I know the light is not that great, but I like it like that. It's subtle. It's not all up my nose. Looking at the grays in my nose. You underneath me, man? Oh, he's downstairs. Okay. So end of an era. This is where we are. We'll get into the female warriors. They're going to like that. When we last talked, we were talking about the kings of heaven. So we're at the end of an era. As the Neke attacked other distant star systems, they were surprised as they began to encounter stiff resistance, which they were not accustomed to. Morning Sky says, as the reptilian star warriors continued to move onto unknown worlds, they soon found that there were other species of warriors that were not so easily defeated. Some star races were, aren't we star children anyway, defended by warriors with exceptional physical strengths and abilities that the reptilian warriors had never seen before. To the dismay of the Neck Kings, some wars of conquest were lost. Aren't we reading about that in Nos Confounder? Thus, now vigorously opposed, the Star Warriors found themselves at a crossroads. That point in time was a marker in reptilian history. It became known as the end of the era of the first Star Wars. Star Wars. At that point, they could have reformed and chosen to focus just on the internal problems of their now expansive empire. However, that was just not in their DNA. This slowdown in the pace of conquest caused the Kings, to reevaluate their military systems and armaments. They realized that they had overlooked a very effective weapon in battle: female warriors. Morning Sky says, even with all of their advanced technologies and the inherent viciousness and cold-bloodedness of their reptilian warriors, the Neck Kings found themselves taken to a higher level of intensity and deadliness in war. Tactics and weaponry had to be reevaluated, and did the makeup of the warrior on the battlefield, as did the makeup of the warrior on the battlefield. As a result of the demands made by these ultra-level Star Wars, no reptilian warrior could be summarily dismissed or ignored, regardless of gender. In reviewing the history of the successful wars of the Empire, it soon was recalled that reptilian females had once fought side by side with the drone warriors in the wars of the Green World. And their participation played no small part in the victories of the old wars. There was no reason to believe that they could not contribute to victories in the new wars, as had once happened many, many years earlier. Reptilian females were once again recruited and placed on the battlefield beside their male counterparts. I just wanted to bring that up. How the women are overlooked, and where do you think that came from? As I stated in some of my videos, as you might know, that when our men fell, our women were more than capable of picking up and fighting and slaying hundreds, if not thousands, of the enemy. Next, we'll be getting into the female warriors. Sisters, I know you will enjoy that. But don't let it be egotistical. Let no feeling come betwixt what you learn and what you seek of self and knowledge and so-called men, I hope masculine per se. You realize the importance of this. We don't have duas and fatwas. We don't sit here and perverse the woman so we can sleep with little boys. We are not of the bloodline of Druidians, of the Ashkenaz. They may have married into plenty of our families. Doesn't mean the blood runs ripe in us. And then some of us are something else, okay? Remember that. You just may not have tapped into it. And they're aware of that. And trust me, they're very aware of it. Okay? Oh, y'all look, Rondo, hey man, order some of these, y'all know I'm big on Fiochi. Okay, I got plenty of 940s and 45s. Block 21, 22 and all that. $35. If you're a veteran, in most places, you can get 5 to 10% off. Dude, 50 rounds. Man, I grabbed up 6 of these bad boys today. These are for training anyway. These are not. Let me show you. I can show this one here. These, you know. and they want to stop bulk sales, man, these people can suck it. We can actually do our own loads. It ain't complicated. But I hope that you start, like Tomahawk said, you hope you start purchasing stuff so you can do it. Anyway, I hope you all appreciate that reading. I appreciate you guys. Number love and respect. Big Pontiac, what's going on? You know, I've been checking out. You always got to go over there. Even though I don't say nothing, I don't say everything, and everybody who's doing wonderful work. All right. What's going on, beloved? It's good to see you, Big Pig. I was watching you live the other day, man. You know. Navi Poet, subscribe to her channel too. Get her numbers up. She's excellent. She reads. She breaks things down. She's a truck driver. Support the sister. All right, go over there and check her out. Ladies, please do. And brothers, you too can learn something. All right, get over there. Subscribe to Navi Poet's channel. Big Pontiac, subscribe to his channel. Cure Meal, if you haven't already. Drop 432. Alex Well. Come on, guys. There's a few others. I'll extrapolate on those later on, but it's nothing but love and respect. Let's keep those likes up. If you're new here, hit the like. I appreciate it. You can hit the down. Hit the down. If you dislike, I mean, that's what they're there for. Hit the up and the down. You know, it's all love. It's no big deal. Some people eternally have turmoil. I'm not here to expand on that no more. We don't have to beat them up. You know, you're doing a good job on yourself. We want to alleviate that. And if you choose to, and some people might not believe otherwise. I appreciate y'all. Y'all can hit that Cashapp. We're almost there. Look, I know somebody hit me up. When you had the numbers, why didn't you add 5 more books? Dude, I added 2 more on top of that. You know the other book I just added to it? Let me show you the other book that I just added to it. I had to, because the one that I had, I can't find it. And I'm wondering if somebody took it off. I gave it to Yogi. I don't think I gave it to Yogi. I got to see what happened anywho. Y'all know, man, I just, this is where I am, okay? I got to tap into the app. Okay, here we go. I got to tap into, why just sign me out, bruh? I'm supposed to stay signed in, bruh. Good gracious, a good quickly wiggly. Keep me signed in. God dog. I don't need to be signed out. Okay, so the book that I added, just to let you know, and y'all gonna be like, man, you be finding all these books and give me a shit out. I did add it, didn't I? Oh, these I can't wait to get that numerology one. I'll take my time. I ain't no rush. Where's that? Did it load it on the bottom? '81, you're in there. It's saying no longer available from the seller you selected. What? I'm gonna have to get it from somewhere else. I was waiting on the dang book, man. They didn't even send me a notification, bro. Sorry, my apologies, guys. You know, I'm big on, man. This is like my crack, y'all. I'm not lying. What happened, man? Hold on. Let me, No. Anyway, I know I saved it. All right, I'm just going to put it in there again. It better be in there. Where is it there? Why isn't I saved on my thing? I saved it. I think it's on my cell phone, y'all. Anyway, I'm just gonna go ahead and save it in there anyway, okay? Because this one is the paperback it's like $18, okay? I'm gonna re-add it. Let's see if it goes in. I don't think, you know what, I might not have been in. There it goes. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna show you the book. All right. Kiss the boys goodbye. That's for us veterans and stuff like that. But anyway, That's so excellent because there's a lot of veterans here. I can't wait to read that. So, The Custodians by Dolores Cannon. Now, I have a few other books based upon The Custodians. One I read. I'm not going to tell you the other ones because I can't have you trying to jump ahead of me and you can't even decipher or break down what's being spoken about. So be careful when you get a book. Make sure that you have enough information, knowledge, that you can ascertain what's being said, what's being directed, what's misdirection, what's redirection, what, you know what I'm saying? And it's important. It doesn't mean that we cover every foundation of what may be a lie or what may be a truth, what's mythical or factual. The thing is, this is a lifetime for me of doing this so far. Okay? For that loose term lifetime, because this is not our real lifetime. But it's not a walk in the park, but it's no hard venture. Okay? All right. So yeah. So that's, I added it back. I don't know why it wasn't in there. Let me see, make sure it wasn't. I want to make sure I'm not just adding a whole bunch of stuff. How many is there? One is one. I added it. I might have just added it to the regular thing. I'm scrolling down. We'll see it. Okay. Now, 8-1 is the one that I wanted. Oh, how many points do I have? Okay. That's the one that okay, they have a different one. Okay, 8-1. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The Crying Cedars. Okay. I want that really bad. And that's one of the cheapest books of it all. Because I have 8-2 and 7. That would make the entire collection of 10. Anyway, so I just added it because it said it was out. And so they have it's a different place it's coming from. All right, so there we go. Everything is good. Oh, yeah, let me show you guys. I'm sorry. My apologies. So right here is the 8-1. I just added it back in there. And you can see that is the one that I don't have. So, yeah. So, I don't know. Beyond Abduction, I might just go ahead and order it. We'll see. Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time. What was that? The Custodians. Yes, agreed. I've only been researching like 13 or 14 years. a baby knowledge. No, knowledge is knowledge. It doesn't matter the time. You know, it's snoo. What's up, baby? I'll wear that shirt someday. Yeah, I got a few like this. This is where they come. You know what I'm saying? I like them. You know, when I'm walking out with my Levi light blue jeans and some Air Force Ones or Timberlands, and people like, yo, bro. I'm like, yeah, this is one of my shirts, you know? And they like, you got the shirt like that? Yeah, I paid for it like that, you know, in the thrift store over in Flagstaff. How many did you get? I got 5. I think, I don't know, 2 might be missing. I don't know. There have been times when people have been drunk, women running around with their boobies all out. I'm like, put the t-shirt on them. I got a tank top. Get that woman somewhere. And the shirt goes like, you know, drunk, falling down, half messed up, whatever, you know. I appreciate you. I appreciate all of you. I really do. I know someone got going, man, he changed up. No, you changed. I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. There's a requirement. I must meet that need. Method to the madness is what they say. You dig what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to have my grind my gears in the morning, but I think there's a way to do it where there's fluidity. You know what I mean? Where I don't have to hammer so hard. And that was just to drive on some of your emotions who are combatant and battle worthy. And then to bring you in and have you realize that you don't have to battle nobody. Who do you have to prove anything to? Right? Appreciate you guys. We're almost there. I'm going to have to say we're almost there. When we get there, I'm going to be like, the books are ordered, motherfuckers. No, we're almost there. No, I just added 2 books. So what you going to do about it? I mean, I can sit there and go, I'm going to get a krill. Well, they don't sell that crap over here, but you know what I'm saying. If it was down in Phoenix, it'd be like, I'm going to get some blues. I think that's what they're smoking or they popping. I don't know. I think I wouldn't last a day taking that crap. My body is like a baby. Anyway, appreciate you. Love you guys. It's nothing but respect, my beloved sisters. I hope it's not too late. I'm about to go make me some Spanish Lagoon with a little bit of mushrooms and a marinara in my basil, parsley, pesto sauce. You know what I'm saying? I can't drink no more. Oh. No, it's healthy. It's good. But I'm not eating no meat. Don't be coming on a brother too hard now. You hear me? Let's get those donations. We're almost there. Appreciate. Who was the one that donated? Did I say thank you yesterday when you donated? I usually, if I see it, because like I've been leaving the notifications on, because so the daughter might call or whatever. Who was it? I'm pulling it up. This is slow. It's a slow thing. It's real slow. All right. Okay. All right. Son of the Vets. Yeah, I did. Appreciate it. Nothing but love, brother. And before that was Iron Baby Girl Slaughter. She hit us with a 2. Both of them the same. So appreciate y'all. We're getting there. We are getting there. You hear me? Sean Baker, MD. That's the guy, y'all. If you're talking about eating meat, stay away from him. All right? So it's respect and love, man. You know what I'm saying? 7 grams. You ain't here. Number love, brother. All right? That's what we need, everybody. We need love. And there's only one type. And it's family orientated. It's not intrusive. It is not debilitating. It is not diabolical. Yet the love that most people have ascertained and through nurturing and love has been dealt with abuse, famine, starvation, impracticalities, and everything else. And that gives a morbid sense of what love is not. And ergo, why you have the generation now that is so broken. Sadly, based upon wanting to go out, party, drinking, church, this, that, and all the other stuff. It's a sad thing. And some countries, because of religion, they don't even know what love is anymore because of the intrusiveness of outside sources called empires. We were never an empire. One world, we spoke one language, we protected each other, but we fell from within inside. Okay? Do the research. They can hide us, they can hide our numbers. I appreciate y'all who share me. I appreciate y'all who talk to people, invite them over. I appreciate the new subscribers. There's so much more that needs to be had and needs to be said in time. I'm getting more views. It's not where it should be, but it's okay. You know? But I appreciate y'all. I'm going here because I'm hungry, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.